morning. Good morning. Um, Looking around today, I see LGVN making quite a move. We know yesterday was hot with um, low floats. I mean, it was insane. Okay, so I won't be able to do that. I will just leave that like it is, and I will fix that later. Okay, let's jump over to our scanners. Right. There we go. So I think that's everything, and I'm unmuted. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Okay, yep. All right, so today I see LGVN up here in Nvidia. I traded Nvidia looking for the target of 134 yesterday. Got in at 131.50, and it just did not want to behave correctly. And I think the variable that I was missing was catalyst, because I had a good entry. I can show you my entry here. So over here on Nvidia, I had a good entry with no catalyst, so that made it invalid, and I got proven wrong. Right? Oh my gosh, bro, come on. Actually, I can use the scroll wheel. I'm tripping. Okay, so right here, I saw it rip up, and it broke over the ATR highs, and I was like, dope. I want to see a signal or some signals to get into this trade. So it dumped down, no real pattern in here, kept dumping, and then it came down here and tested our nice ATR, bounced up big into the 130, 150. Now this is where I was trying to buy anyway. So I got my first position in here of 30 shares. It came down, it dropped a little bit, and I was like, okay, well, this is scary. Then it dropped down here and tested again and bounced back up. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna let this candle close. And I let this candle close, and I added another 30 shares in here at 131, like 48ish, but my average was still around like 150ish. And it came up here, and I was like, okay, here's the break. And I was looking for the break up here, and it dropped. And I had $1 risk on this one because it was only 60 shares, so risking $60. And it just dropped, and I just went ahead and got out. Once it broke these levels away from the ATR highs, I was like, okay, this idea is shifting to bearish. And so yesterday, it just kind of didn't make its mind up. It came down here bearish, came back up to right under where my average price was. And then we see today, it just kept grinding all the way up to my target price, which was the target price from here of the 34s up here that I was looking for it to do yesterday, but it had no catalyst to do it. So, it reached up there, and I was like, well, did the move. It just didn't do it when I expected it because I was missing variables. So that was my fault on the trade, missing those variables. But yeah, today LGVN is our other big mover. Let's go and look at this one and see what is going on with it. LGVN. Okay, so Longeveron Inc. Class A common stock press releases says Longeveron announces U.S. FDA grants Lomecel B regenerative medicine advanced therapy designation for the treatment of mild Alzheimer's. Oh my gosh. Alzheimer's disease. I don't even know what just happened. But this is a designation, so candidate to receive. Now, what do they mean by that? Let's go look at what they mean by what is a medical designation. As medical designation, who was that supplied by? Was the FDA first? FDA grants Lomecel. Okay, FDA grants them a designation. So, wow. Okay, FDA categorizes medical devices into one of three classes: class 1, class 2, class 3, based on their risk. Okay, class 1, blah blah blah. That's not really what we're looking for. Overview of medical device classification. I don't know. We'll see. I don't see any I don't see anything in these reports yet that says anything about being tested openly or tested on the open market. This is just still in clinical phase trials. Yesterday, those ones that was running, they were medical ones, but we haven't seen medical movers in a while. And so I think that's why they exploded like they did. Now today, I don't know if we can get continuation. I think it's going to get more, like when we get a hot day for small caps, it's like it's hot. And then the following days kind of get more and more choppy. So, the ones that attacked on the first, they bought the rumor and then they sold the news, like Donnell. He bought the rumor, sold the news. So, it's one of those things you got to be in attack mode as soon as you see it, which I was not. But yeah, that is Longeveron, and those are the only two really that I see right now. I don't know if Nvidia is going to end up holding those 134s. It's kind of struggling around that point. And it did have a nice top and tail up there, so I'd like to see it come back down. But Longeveron, with all of this volume here, 24 million shares traded, and look at this little low share size. That's an indicator that it has low float. So let's go check that low float on Longeveron. LGBN. Longeveron float is 3.88 million. Has a lot of insiders in there. Short percent float 66%, and this was taken on 6/14, so that was almost a month ago. I don't know what the short interest would be right now. Let's see, where's short squeeze. LGBN. Good morning, Lori Lee. Did it go over to it? Oh, it's already there. I'm tripping. Okay, so short squeeze ranking, percent float 67, so it did increase like 1% since last month. It says it increased by, that can't be right. Short percent increase by 5,000. That's crazy. Maybe, I mean, seeing how it's moving today, it would grab the interest of shorts, being up 116%, especially following a day that ripped on big or on weaker catalysts on medical stocks. So LGVN definitely looking prime for some shorts, but we'll see how it trades, how it acts. With 25 million shares traded in the pre-market, it's pretty actionable. And we have about 25 minutes until the open. And I'm not seeing anything with catalysts with the big trading volume out here yet. These are the top two over 5 million shares traded in the morning. And Nvidia making its way back down. I'm glad to see it. If it kept going up, I would be so mad after that trade. But I mean, then again, it may go up. It's no real recent catalyst on it to make it go down. So it's either way. It was a 50-50 trade anyway yesterday. I didn't have a lot of risk on the table with just $60, but still I did give back my profits from Monday. So, sitting literally flat on the week. And this was the news for Nvidia on Monday. Quantum computing pioneers making strides in cybersecurity, but it wasn't any strong catalyst. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, they're working in cybersecurity, but there are a lot of people. What are they actually doing in cybersecurity? And when I read into it, it wasn't anything strong, but I just gave it a shot on a smaller share size with a smaller risk. And I was like, okay, these are your risk parameters. You got $60. You break that 60, I'm out of there. Okay, LGBN breaking back down the $6 level. Had the top of the bodies of these candles up here at 663, and threw a candle all the way down here to 569, which it is heading down towards. We'll see if it actually gets there. Only $1 away from going back under 5. And Nvidia continuing to head down as well. I'm surprised. What was that stock that was trading yesterday? SNGX trading yesterday. Surprised I'm not seeing this one up here. Looks like it dried up in volume. Right around the $8 level. Had a big pop up here. It was very, very unpredictable yesterday. So I saw it bottling up around this ATR high here. And it was just floating on top of the high. And I was like, oh, I don't know. It's no real pattern on the 15-minute. It just kind of looks like consolidation right here to me, but it ripped out of this consolidation. Well, I think when I was talking to Donnell, his entry was all the way down here, like $6. And so it ripped up and I was like, it is breaking over ATR highs. It's meeting my price level, but this looks like consolidation. I don't know if I can take this trade. It rips from 825 all the way up here to 1048 at the close of this 15 count. And I was like, yeah, I think it left me in the dust. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do anything with it. So it came in here into what looked like consolidation again. And I was like, that looks weird. I don't know if I want that. And it ripped again. And I was like, yeah, this is, I can't, there is no pattern here. Like, it's not going into an extended move and then making a decision where where it's clear, you know. So I was like, okay, I'm going to leave that one alone because it's going to end up taking my soul, especially after feeling the FOMO from this one. After it broke out of this one, because with 1,000 shares, this is top of this was 750. It took 1,000 shares here, and then jumping up almost $3. That's a $3,000 move unexpectedly. So I was like, I don't know. That's a lot of risk because guess what? It could go back the other way. $3,000 move, splash. And so that's what I had in my head. I'd rather be able to control the risk a little bit more. But anyway, today we are back in the zone and keeping our head nice and leveled for the trading day. Practicing patience, looking for a reason in the market. I have kind of been swinging at some of these that, you know, I go and look at the catalyst. I know for a fact, I'm like, there is no catalyst or this catalyst makes no difference, right? And I'm like, I'll give it a try. But we're also looking at the SPY today. SPY has been moving up for quite a while since yesterday. This one got me. This is when I actually got into Nvidia yesterday. Let me zoom out a little bit. Okay, so yesterday this thing was making crazy moves off the open, and I was like, that's interesting. And I actually started entering Nvidia as it started to become a bullish idea, and it came up and it splashed. This splash right here is what stopped me out yesterday on Nvidia. It moved exactly with this thing and just took me out. So, and then it recovered and Nvidia recovered. But, you know, I can't plan for a bearish, what looks like something that's super bearish. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to leave it alone. It took some money, didn't take all my money, but took some money, and I want to keep some money in my pocket. I'd rather be flat on the week than be going deep red and having to pull a Hail Mary and going into the end of the week. Good morning, Donnell. LGVN popping back up there. 2 long wicks here. 569 was the first one. 575 level is the second one. And in about 20 minutes, we'll see those ATRs come out. Now I could calculate the ATRs based on the previous day. Yesterday, LGBN had a 40-cent ATR, which I know is probably bigger than that now. But I could take that and say, well, with that 40 cents, where it's trading right now, where would be the ATR low and high? So you literally just go to wherever the price is, add 40 cents. So 612, it'll be coming around like 612, 650s up here, right here. And then to the low side, 610 minus 40. But like I said, this is why I wait till they open so I can actually get a good reading of what the ATR is for today. Because after they do a gap up, it expands the ATR dramatically, especially in the low float. So it may go from 40 cents over here, 40 cents on the daily to like 80 cents. And you got your calculation all wrong. Or I say all wrong. I mean, it's relative, depending on what your calculation is looking for. So, But with mine, it'll be all wrong. Doing that first ATR. Anyway, holding around $6 flat. Let's actually look at the daily chart or the larger time frames. Let's start at the monthly. So here's our monthly chart. Has been getting beat down for quite a bit, just like SGNX and those other ones from yesterday. Closed yesterday at $2.97 and is now trading at $6 up here. Where's $6? Okay, $6 is basically where I put those marks at anyway on the monthly. Looks like it came up here to 566 before and got pushed down from 566. Let's go to the weekly. Zoom back. Okay. Same thing. So not a whole lot of bullish history in here, just bearish. So we'll see if it continues that trend. Then on the daily chart, we see that it has some gap ups back in, what is this, last month. Gap ups, came back down. It actually looks like GameStop a little bit. Is this a GameStop sentiment stock? Let me look at the days on this. So it started on 6/12. Let's look at where GameStop started. 6/12. So it started a little bit after the GameStop pop right here up to 40. And LGBN has been something that we've seen before. I don't think it's a meme stock, but it's definitely one that has ripped before. So it came a couple of days after the GameStop move. Let's look at costs as well. Cost follows GameStop. And around that time, 6/12, nothing was really happening on costs. Okay. Cool. Well, looks like it's going to be an interesting day on LGBN. Nvidia continues to come on down as well. Come on down, baby. Give up on the day so we can find something that's actually worth trading. So the end of this week is supposed to be when all of that news is dropping that we were talking about, the CPI, the PPI, all of this, Powell's testimony and how it's going to resolve in the market and all that stuff. So we'll see. All the news has not dropped for the week, but we're in anticipation. Let me go to FOMC while I'm talking about this. FOMC. News events. All right. So minutes of board. This was on the 9th. What's happening today? Wednesday on the 10th. So we have testimony by Jerome Powell today. We have commercial paper. We have Governor Mitchell W. Bowman selected interest rates. So interest rate news coming out. What is that going to be? And that is at 4 p.m. Now, I don't know if that's Eastern or what time period that is, but that's happening today. And then tomorrow we have, there's a lot of selected interest rates. Thursday, so Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then the CPI, the consumer news is coming out at some point. Now, there was a lot of emphasis on the banks, what the banks are doing during this week and seeing where things are going to go based on banks and what they're investing in and all of that stuff. So this one on Friday could be interesting. Assets and liabilities of commercial banks in the U.S., which would be like JP Morgan, Citibank, Bancorp, some of those bigger banks that they really focus in on. So we'll see what happens there. Okay, LGVN just holding around that 6 for right now. Fall, Nvidia fall. Okay, so LGVN is coming back up just a little bit. The highest body candle it got on today was 664. Lowest body candle in this little range was 6, right at 6 flat in here. So we'll see which way it decides to go. Remove these other bottoms. I kind of just want to keep up with the bodies here. Got a little range from 6 up to 660. And we'll see if we can get a lower body to close before the open. It is 8:18 right now, Central Standard Time where I'm at. We have about 11 minutes to the bell. Point of control right now is at the 554. So a lot of trades went in here and it has not moved from the 554 yet. So I may need to retest the 554 before it does anything else. We'll see though. Coming back up to 625s. Wow. Not seeing huge sizes on the level 2 though. A lot of times when we're watching these stocks and there's real money moving, you'll see hundreds out here. But we're just seeing, little 1s and 2s, but these stand for 100s they stand for 100s right now. So whatever you see there, you just multiply by 100. All right, but anyway, looking at my charts, I know a lot of times I talk about this sometimes, but I don't really talk about it a whole lot. I have the volume profile out here. That's what this thing is. It is a standard in TOS, Thinkorswim. You can put the volume profile out there and see exactly what price levels on the chart that trading is occurring. And this keeps me from having to use the volume across the bottom. The volume across the bottom, it's okay, but seeing the actual price levels as the prices are moving, it just makes more sense to look at it vertically instead of horizontal across the bottom. And I have my point of control on here, and these labels right here will calculate on the open, which will be the ATR highs and lows. Nvidia just keeps playing around, bro. Just drop. Stop playing. I want to see you below 133.63 here. I don't like that. I want it to go down. All right, we're coming back to 6 flat on LGVN. Will it start to go and get a body red down here? And then we'll be able to move this low level down a bit. Almost 30 million shares traded on this little guy. Most of the trading, as you can see on the volume profile, has come in this level right around 6 flat. So if it starts to drop or if it starts to go up, there's definitely a wall here. Now, I don't know if these people are just, buying and releasing or buying and holding for a 50-50 chance at the open. But we have 8 minutes until the bell. And you see these numbers moving out here. This is the actual number of trades that happen in the zone. So up here, 2,100,000 something trades, 305, so 3 million something. And this one almost is reaching around 4 million around this $6 level. Seven minutes to the bell. Let's jump back over and check on SNGX. Still not there. Only up 12%. Hasn't really moved much. So the contenders today that I'll be watching is LGVN and NVIDIA. Looking for NVIDIA to go down and something else to take its place. But on the daily chart, on the larger time frame, NVIDIA looks way bullish. Having the 34s, this is where I thought it could break yesterday, that 34, and get moving upward. It's got a 140 high. And I was like, okay, let's see if it can get up there, but it didn't, so it's whatever. 134 is becoming more and more resistant. SPY has made a move back down from the 557s, 38s, like a 30-cent drop here. We have 5 minutes to the bell, and we're gonna see what happens here. Getting a little bit of action in there. SPY doesn't have a whole lot of volume today. 394,000 shares is not a lot for that one. And NVIDIA popping back up. No. Please go down, NVIDIA. Don't do this. Don't do it. Just fall from the 134. Please. Okay. LGVN going under 6. And it may make 30 million in the next 5 minutes. It's at 29 right now. So it only needs a million shares traded in 5 minutes. I think it can do it. Boy. This one right here, man. Just go down. You don't have catalysts. Just go down. NVIDIA almost to 10 million shares traded at a pre-market. So these are going to be the top contenders for stocks over $5. and want to see who competes with these two because they are running their race. LGVN showing a little bit more red. Looking like $6 flat is not going to be the bottom here. So we got a top, but we haven't clear top, but no clear bottom. Headed back to that 550 level point of control. Almost 4 million shares traded in here. Okay, Nvidia, chill out. 2 minutes left. Oh boy. I do not want this thing to go higher. But it looks like it's catching some feelings here. Okay, LGVN almost to 30 million shares traded out of the open. That's a lot of people at $6. The SPY is looking a little bit flat as well. Let's throw that SPY over here. SPY 2 times getting knocked down off of these 57.25s. Donnell says many small caps, attention all over the place. I will sit first 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah. I want to see what that SPY is going to do. Is it going to dump? Such low volume there around these levels. 1 minute left until the open. LGVN holding at $6. No clear bottom down there. $30 seconds. Come on, baby. Yank back, Nvidia. Yank back. Get back under that $34. 15 seconds. Come on. Here's the open and the ATRs are about to calculate. Bam. Okay. ATR high up here at 134.40. No. Just go down. Get back through this 133.87. Nice. Yes. Okay. Let's go to LGVN. LGVN doing the same thing. And I think the SPY has not made up his mind. So LGVN is going to be that top watcher right now in the low float area. 30 million shares traded, up 120%. ATR high up here at 632. That's the full ATR. And then the wow, looks like it wants to test those lower ATRs. It tested that high point in there and coming back down. We'll see what it does if it wants to continue to dump through 550s, that point of control. Okay, Nvidia. Yes. Oh, let's find something that's moving. Things are looking okay. I haven't spotted anything right now that I want to trade. Nothing's actually met my volume criteria to pop up here. So just kind of sitting, waiting to see what finds the attention on the day. Holding up here a little bit flat. 587 is kind of in the mid area, hasn't made a decision whether it wants to be bullish or bearish. Big pops though, back over the $6. And Nvidia pulling back up there. Doesn't matter though. I need it to be, if I was going to trade again, I would need it to be above these ATR highs, and it's not. So I'm just going to leave that one to its devices, and it doesn't have the catalyst to play with me today. Should see something new popping up soon. But as of now, these two are boring. Looks like about 5. So this went from 3 million all the way up to 5 million in this area with no real movement upward. And the point of control still hasn't been hard tested at the 550s. First 15 minutes. About to be in the books. And the SPY is coming down. It broke down the 557s. There we go. There's the point of control hard test right there on the 550. Can it break through that? Popping up again. Yes, yes, yes. Nvidia just keep flowing down. I like it. Roman, you want to buy a Bugatti V4s? Oh, you got the bag, son. What you plan on trading today? Ryomen Sukuna. Is that from Jujutsu Kaisen? Sukuna? Is that his full name? I forget. But anyway, yeah, LGVN holding in a mid ground right under the 6. And like I said, so yesterday we saw small caps explode upward. The days following those types of explosions get more and more choppy. So I want to see how choppy today gets. Nvidia, big old wick down there to the 132s, was not able to break down yet, but this is still the first 15-minute candle. And we kind of just want to see the sentiment of where it's going to be closing. Will it close below the point of control, which is the 133.39? And it is continuing to try to hold it, but just not doing the greatest job. Same with LGVN. This is the secondary try to break down the 550s. And people are going to start giving up on it if it starts to break too much. The bottom full ATR low, it is going down and testing right now. It is now below the point of control. Tested this 535-ish level, which is that full bearish ATR that it bounced up on. Will it be able to get back over the 560 ATR? I don't know. It may just bounce around in here. Okay. Yes. Okay, so now we got some more stuff popping in. Let's look at the scans. Tesla up here, going down as well. We got SNGX popped up here. Well, I didn't mean to do that. SNGX popped up here, was not able to make the ATR high. We got AMD. Big moves down on all of these ones. And all of these do have 5 million shares traded on them. For larger caps, it takes so much money to move them. I just am like, you know what? I don't really care if you just traded 1 million shares or traded, some small amount. It's going to take money to move a large cap. So, same with the other one. So I'm like, okay, if you can get the 5 million, we'll see what you got. And we'll see how you're moving, and we will go from there. SNGX though, still just trading around. First 15 minutes was not able to break out, and may go back under 9 here shortly. Back up to LGBN, still dumping. Nvidia, still dumping. Was not able to hold that point of control up, getting away from it. And if it continues to trade down here, the point of control will move down to this 130 or wherever the main part of the trading is going on. 132.90s, right under the 133s. Anyway, got a little bit of time. SQQ is up there, but nothing super interesting out of the open here that's got volume out of the pre-market. So I'm just going to be patient. Usually I don't start taking trades until after the first 30 minutes anyway, but we looked into the news and we saw that Jerome Powell and all that stuff is going to be happening today. We got his testimony. We got both of these speech at 2 p.m. So kind of we'll see what the market wants to do. And then we got some more news coming on into Friday. So I would say just let's see what the market wants to do. If something is moving up against all of this, then great. But you know, you just got to be patient and wait and find that thing. LGVN continue to go down. Looks like it wants to go under 5. Nvidia still dumping down as well. So not seeing a whole lot of bullish action. Let's go look at the SPY here real quick. Okay, SPY still moving down. Okay, so at this point, I'm like, okay, I just got to be patient. Let those first 30 minutes play out and see who wants to, you know, go against the SPY. It may be a small cap. Like Donnell said, there's probably several small caps under 5 that are getting some heat, getting some attention. Of course, I don't really trade down there, so I really don't have those scanners set up. But, you know, just be patient. I don't want to make this week any kind of bad week. I mean, right now I'm sitting flat on the week. Was green on Monday. Tuesday gave back some profit. Really shouldn't have took the trade, but I just gave it a shot on small risk and let it go. Today, though, if I see anything, I'll let you guys know in the Discord. But yeah, that is it for me today. I got to get ready for this morning meeting. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Definitely, if you enjoy the content, hit the like, subscribe button, and we will be back on Friday. So I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and we get it done. We kind of look over the market and see what's going on. Right now with this, since I've been trading large caps, I have 40 trades and my accuracy is 72%. So I want to get to 100 trades to see how I'm doing out of 100 to give me like a good basis. And then I want to get another 100 trades behind that to kind of verify everything from there. But anyway, that is it for today. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you're going to continue trading, definitely keep in mind that all of that news is coming out today around like lunchtime. So during that time, if things get wacky, get funny, that's why. Anyway, that's it. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.